I'm going to dedicate this video to Matt Defoe of Science Fiction Reads, because I know Matt likes a bit of history as well as his skiffy. So this is for you, Matt. Hope you enjoy it. If you ever come to the southwest of England or South Wales where we are today, this is something well worth seeing. Cistercian Abbey at Tintern. Outlaw Bookseller, out and about in Tintern, Monmouth, South Wales. Behind me you can see some blue awning. That's a bookshop. We can have a look in there. And yes, I look tired again. I forgot my sunglasses because I brought a small bag rather than the big one. But it's quite a nice day. It's not really sunny. It's just, you know, sort of a bit overcast. But, you know, we can cope. Let's go and have a look. Stella and Rose's Books. Got quite a nice little website. I might get a folio Anthony Trollope today. Yes, Anthony Trollope. His only SF novel, The Fixed Period, might be on the radar. Let's have a look. Ah, look at this. Nice. Some detailing. I do like the blue awning. Open. So yeah, fantastic bookshop as you see. Really great for non-fiction particularly. There's the view out of the window and really beautiful. And this is just one of many rooms here. Just going to sweep down here and look at the ornithology. So I do love natural history books. I never really buy them anymore, but I do love them. Fantastic. Really great, beautiful stuff. Sort of things I used to stock and sell years ago in bookshops back in the 80s. Really lovely. I fancy this. I do like books about prehistory. Oceans of Kansas, very tempting. Fantastic range of second-hand new naturalists here. One of the most beautiful series of books ever, in my opinion. There are some still in print, and I do stock them where I work. There are some in print and out of print ones here. Really nice. Gower, I used to run a bookshop in Swansea. Very nice. So Folio Society, I'm not usually grabbing them individually. When I see them all together, they are really nice. And this is a shop with a big focus on non-fiction. Looking at their website, which is very much divided up massively into loads of non-fiction genres, which is really handy for looking for non-fiction. Didn't come across much fiction, and I haven't done right the way around the shop yet, but we will do. This is just to give you an idea. Now if you come to Tintern, it's £3 to park all day. That's the only pay scale, and the machine only takes cash, so make sure you bring change. And there's no ATM here, so it's very easy to get caught short. Now there is a tiny little car parking space opposite this shop, just by the River Wye, which you saw in the opening. And there's some more new Naturalist in paperback. Yeah, I could get into folios, especially the older ones. The contemporary ones are just too contemporary. That's the trouble. Barboos is Under Fire, cracking First World War novel based on his own experiences. Robert Graves there, Greek myths, which I've had for decades and decades. Fatal Shore, Robert Hughes. That was a cracker. I read that when it first came out, late 80s. But early colonial Australia. Fantastic book. Vikings by Gwyn Jones. I think Matt Defoe at Science Fiction Reads has got that one. This is a folio of The Hobbit, which is quite nice. The Laxadela Saga, Thomas Mann and Greil Marcus, John Masefield. Nothing if not eclectic. That's the Laxadela Saga in its slipcase. The Black Death by Philip Ziegler. Again, a very nice folio. Absolutely lovely. The facsimile reissues of James Bond. Yeah, I can't think of the name of this company. It looks like a cape, but it's just facsimile really. We'll have a closer look at that now. So yes, I'm wearing a mask because I think the owners prefer that. I'm just going to show you this folio edition of The Drowned World. Harry Harrison's Ethical Engineer, Gollanc's first, £70. I think it's a bit overpriced myself personally, but it's not really that common, I don't think. This is basically an SF novel published by Hale, Marc Charbonnier, obviously French, and when it was written there was no Channel tunnel, and obviously the idea is that it's set in the future, and it's a thriller basically, but it's an SF thriller, and it's Hale, and usually they're quite uncommon, £25. Well, I did mention outside that I might get a copy of The Fixed Period by Trollope in folio. This is the Trollope collection because he was very, very prolific. My first boss in the book trade was a huge Trollope fan. She was bonkers about Trollope. She was only a few years older than me. A nice lady with a huge massive chestnut hair, I remember. This is The Fixed Period by Anthony Trollope, his only science fiction novel, which I've often wondered about, so we'll see. Military. Fantastic military section here. Not my thing, but lots of people really love military. And this is all history. Beautiful shop, really is. Really beautiful shop. Here, all sorts of things. Lovely view out the window, as you see. Engineering, industry, science, maths and stats. Wow. Really beautiful. Really nice bookshop that. Nothing really in terms of paperbacks or modern first, not their thing. I got this Nicholas Fisk book, Monster Maker. He wrote children's SF. He was one of the few people doing that in the 70s, and he wrote other children's books, but he had real SF focus. A lot of them used to be in Puffin. This is quite an obscure one. I don't recall this at all. Never read him. I was meant to get round to it, so I thought for 10 quid, we'll give it a go. And yes, I'm not supposed to be buying any books in July and August, but what can you do? Yeah, nice shop, well worth the visit. I'd say no good for modern first or paperbacks, but very, very nice indeed. So here we go, let's have a stroll through Tintern. Tintern Collectibles, Junction, Railwayana and Curios. We're going to have a look at that now as soon as I can get across this road. Look at this. Fantastic. Hornby Dublo. That's of die-cast and rolling stock. Fantastic, look at this. The authentic Railwayana. Love. Just had a coffee and a cake in this place here by the river in Tintern, and I have to say it was lovely, but it was so expensive. $15.90 for 2 coffees and 2 slices of carrot cake. Well over the top, but really, really nice, I have to say. Sea serpent mayhap. Okay, because this country, you know, the summer isn't what it was, and you don't know what to wear, you know, so I tipped my coat back to the car. And of course it was about half a click, as they say, from where we were, but it was getting too warm really. So I think we're going to take a look at the Abbey now, which was founded in the 12th century, I believe. So that was Tintern. Didn't go in the Abbey because I decided to spend enough money this week as it is. I'll see you next time. Hopefully I won't be so banter-eyed. As you can see, I'm still really tired after getting COVID and trying to recover from it. And hope you enjoyed this out and about video, and there'll be more out and about and SF and other things, rock and roll as well, soon. Bye for now. Please subscribe.